how did DC Decades come about?
DC Decades. So I wasn't an Instagram person, was I, babe? So
shout out to wifey. She's in here. She's in the stand. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to wifey. So if you hear a little voice in the background, that's wifey.
She explained to me that, hey, look, this is a new day. This is what you do, what you got to do. You know what I mean? So, all right. So COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a business partner of mine, my man. It runs the, I don't know if y'all know about the Mecopolis page. It's a New York page. It's on Instagram. It's called Mecopolis, right? So I'm seeing him posting, old pictures and stuff like that. New York, one thing about New York, they have no issue with
Nostalgia.
sending pictures and shit like
History.
that, right?
No,
Let me tell y'all some funny shit about us. Y'all already know though. But he came to me, he approached me before COVID and was like, man, look, I can see you, because I helped him out. He was doing a segment, he did a DC segment for about a couple of weeks on his page. And this is a New York page, strictly New York. So I hit him up. I said, man, some of this shit you posting is inaccurate. So I gave him the real shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was so grateful. Like, man, you need to do a page like this for DC. Like, man, I ain't doing this Instagram shit. I don't even know how to do this shit. I don't know how to post or nothing. So I rejected it at first. So COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got shit to do. Got some spare time on my hands. Talked to wife about it. I said, "What you think? What you think, babe? You think I should do this shit, right?" She's like, "Yeah. I told you. So I had her came up with a name. I had her make the page or whatever. So I said, you know what? Let me see how I can.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead, talk, man.
Oh, okay. I said, let me see how I can get our folks to engage. What can I think of? So the first thing I thought of was the dudes with the hands. Before the gunplay, we had certain dudes throughout the city that was known for their hands, right? I said, I'm gonna do this shit, right? So the first dude I thought of was my man, rest in peace, Wendell Hurd, right? So I got my own personal stories. You know what I'm saying? I knew these people. So I got my own personal stories. I said, let me put this shit, let me write. Because I can say I write pretty good, right? So I said, I'm gonna write up some shit. Let me find an old picture or get an old picture of Wendell, and this is gonna be my first post. Man, I posted that shit, wrote up a good little story about Wendell. That shit went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first. At that time, I would do like five posts of regarding the same different and highlight different people. So Wendell was my first one. So I posted that shit. Everybody went crazy, blah, blah, blah. So that became that shit. I'm like, damn, I got a responsibility now with this Instagram shit. So that's how DC Decade started. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So I got the inspiration from my wife and my New York partner. His name is Lade. Just did it. And you all can imagine, right? If you know how our city is, it was like pulling teeth to get pictures. Nigga could have been
back then. That was one thing.
Yeah.
Niggas was real.
Yeah.
You better not take no pictures
about that shit.
Hey, hold up.
They still think they gonna get a charge, right? Like if I show my face.
Yeah.
And the old, we got that from the old homies, and they was right.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? That shit was for real. So like,
I got a question for you, Mustafa.
Go ahead.
You see, you mentioned your New York homie to help you with this. Who's the other guy that inspired you to do this as well? A lot of people don't know he's a gangster too. Like he's being modest, y'all. He's being humble right now. But this nigga Mustafa is the nigga, bro. He's that guy. He's a LeBron Jordan of DC. Justin.
Hey man, I appreciate it. That's love, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's love. But yeah. I had to take it. I had to take it there. So I was like, damn, I got a responsibility now, and I know it. I told wife it's gonna be hard getting shit from the dudes for being pictured in these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to make the page well rounded because you know what I'm saying we get, you got so many pages and platforms that just talk about street shit. So I had to make the page well rounded because we had during the crack epidemic and before we still had so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DC was
You know what
like
I'm
that,
saying?
man.
DC was so much
We was in
shit.
songs, rap songs.
You know what I'm
everything.
saying? What I'm saying? So I had to make the page well rounded. So I would do that. I would post some history. I would post some fun stuff we used to do, growing up and shit we used to watch and shit like that. Just well rounded versus just the street shit. So that's what made my page different, I believe. And people started to catch on, and it grew and it grew. And it has taken a life of its own now. But I still feel the pressure. I feel like I have to provide this content now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't stop, bro. Pause. You gotta keep going, man. For real.
Seems
The
like
nostalgia DC the
Yeah,
originality of the, like you say, everything. You got the gangsters, the partiers, the girls, the dudes, the barbecues, the festivals,
And
the
Frank,
trends,
the
everything.
whole golden era of the nightlife.
to
like,
me,
so that's why I asked you that question, because I know you was gonna get
I feel
into
like
that.
DC decades is like you preserving the culture.
Absolute.